me, that's fine.
Hey, Melissa.
Hey, Amy.
So we have with us, Melissa's mic was way at the ceiling. We have with us another guest today, and we're rounding out day 3. We're getting close to the end, but we're going to end with a bang. So go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your cause.
Sure. My name is Kim Day, and I'm the Director of Content Development for the Rollins Center for Language and Literacy. It's the Atlanta Speech School's Cox campus, which is a always free online courseware for teachers and parents, leaders of educational leaders. And what I want to talk to you about is our newest project that has just launched. And we have a collaborative partnership with an organization called or named UCCSU Collaborative, which is the University of California State University Collaborative for Literacy and Dyslexia. And that is led by Drs. Sue Sears and Marianne Wolf. I believe you talked to Dr. Wolf yesterday. And they have developed a series of modules on dyslexia and literacy. And we now have those same modules on our platform. They just launched. And what we did together was take the modules that they developed and we added assessment measures so that they are credit bearing when folks come to the Cox campus to take them. They are free at the University of or UCCSU Collaborative, but they're also free on our website. And we want it credit bearing because these are courses. Our courses are all IDA accredited and also IACET accredited. And that's awesome. We're excited about that project. I will tell you that it's important to us that we have an alignment with our vision of what we would like to see happen for all children. And our vision is literacy and justice for all. And the vision for the literacy and dyslexia modules is literacy for all, and that they consider literacy to be a social justice issue just like we do. It's also important for us that everything is free. If it's important for teachers to have it, we would like for them to be able to access it without any financial burden. And I will tell you that we were able to do that through very generous philanthropic community here in the Atlanta and Georgia and Southeast region of the United States.
How many modules are there?
There are 6 modules.
Do you know the topics of each one?
I can. There's an introductory module that talks about the literacy development in typical children, but then also the impact that dyslexia can have on a child's literacy development. And then there's a module on the reading brain. I think we all know that Dr. Wolf has done quite a bit of research in that area. And then there's one on screening and assessment of literacy, and then literacy and dyslexia, and what markers you might be looking for to identify students that are at risk for dyslexia. And then there's the 5th module is on dyslexia and multilingual, English language learners. And then they have a 6th module that is an expanded foundational literacy skills module that sort of rounds out the series. I will say that there's a strong relevance for our educators across our country right now. There are 49 states and the District of Columbia that have passed legislation that's dealing specifically with dyslexia. Here in the state of Georgia, we have not only a dyslexia law, we also have a literacy law. In this past legislative session, they combined those 2 laws so that when teachers are asked to do screenings, they're screening both for dyslexia as well as where kids are performing in terms of literacy.
So how did y'all come about having Dr. Wolf become involved in this project?
That's a great question. Dr. Wolf has had a long time relationship. She serves on a research advisory board at the Atlanta Speech School. And we have for a long time looked at her work and been interested in her work. And through our relationships that we've developed, we reached out to see if we could possibly put those modules on our Cox campus, and they agreed.
Amazing.
That's how
So-
it started.
Who can take these courses?
That was my question.
Okay,
to you.
anyone can take them. If you are a parent, it's a great place to come to learn about what to be looking for in your child, what to be asking teachers for, what to be looking for in classrooms. If you're a classroom teacher, it gives you a lot of great information again about what it is I'm looking for, and then what can I do when I have that information, because sometimes I think in schools we screen or we assess, and it's like, what do you do next?
Right.
And so there's that information, and certainly leaders, and not that being compliant is the most important thing, but it's very important. And
Yeah.
so if leaders understand and can help support their teachers and also support parents, so it'd be a good place for them to come to.
I would love for more leaders to be taking and using those modules in their environment, because I really do feel that a lot of our teachers understand what they need to be doing. It's just sometimes they're stopped by admin from doing some of these areas.
Especially if they don't understand.
Right.
Exactly. And one of the things that you'll see in these modules is they do talk about some of the legislation, and we provide resources for teachers to get more information, very specific to their state. I mean, one of the things we did in our collaboration was their references are all to the state of California. Lots of things on our website are to the state of Georgia. And so we wanted to be more generic. And so we, gave information as what to look for in your own state, what
Wow.
to go online and look for, so that you could find out what your laws say in your state, and then also what standards, how can you make sure that you're covering those for all children.
So you mentioned the accreditation.
Mhm.
So what do those credits apply to? Like a bachelor's degree, master's degree? Like what is that?
As part of teachers' continuing education, getting professional development, it would be credits towards that. And I know in
Okay.
our state, we have a professional standards commission that has established criteria for our teachers to meet, and other states have done the same thing. So it would be in the line of continuing education,
gotcha.
keeping your licensure, your credentials up. So.
Yeah,
That's
we have
wonderful.
something similar in Texas,
Right.
the Texas dyslexia modules like that. That if they're not dyslexia therapists or practitioners, but they're providing services to students with dyslexia, then they have to go through that training.
Same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as a classroom teacher as well,
Mhm.
even though I'm a dyslexia therapist, I still want to maintain my classroom teacher certification. I don't know why. I think it's important.
Oh, I think it's very
So
important,
I'm
right.
going to keep that certification. I wondered if that would apply to that as well.
Depending on your state, but yes, it can.
Okay,
So
okay.
I know in our state it could.
Okay.
I've been out of the classroom for a lot of years.
Yeah.
And I keep my certification up. And
Yes.
and that's one way I can do it, is to go in and take the courses.
We work hard for that certification.
Yes, we do.
You don't really
That's
want it
right.
going
That's
away.
exactly right. So,
So
anyway.
I'm grandfathered in, so
Oh, there you go.
I'm
Yeah.
old.
Some people in the state of Texas can get a grandfather
Oh, okay.
sort of
It
lifetime
was like from
certificate.
93, if you graduated from, I don't know, if you obtained your teaching certification from 93 or before, you're grandfathered in and you don't have to so I'm 91.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
You get a lifetime
you-
certificate.
yeah, you have a lifetime certificate.
I have a lot. No, other things like special ed and ESL, I have to re-up for, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
General teaching certificate.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So.
Well, this has been really helpful, and I actually really do want to take those modules.
Well, come do it. Just, go to the Cox campus, sign up, and you can go right to the modules.
And so that's how
Okay.
we would find you.
It's virtual.
Yes, it's virtual. It's at Cox campus, and you can go to our website and join the Cox campus community, and then look for the dyslexia courses.
I hear about Cox campus a lot where I am. People are like, "Oh, do you know what Cox campus is?" And I'm like, thought I did.
Well, we have a partnership with our State Department of Education,
Mhm.
and so the Cox Campus courses are also on the Georgia Literacy Academy, and which is a requirement for teachers in
Yeah.
our state to take those courses. And if they are students at university and are taking the courses, we can transfer those credits on then when they become teachers,
Mhm.
so that they don't lose the credits that they earned while they were in their
Yeah.
undergraduate free service training.
What
Do
a
you-
great service y'all are providing.
Thank you.
Do you offer any master's programs or anything
No.
like that? No. Okay. Undergrad?
Well, I say we don't offer it, but professors and universities in our state could certainly use our courses as part of their courseware.
Okay.
And oftentimes they'll take the syllabus from one of our courses
Mhm.
and they'll sort of crosswalk it with what they're already doing in their courses
Okay.
and see where they can fit it in
Yeah.
across the program of study. And
That's cool.
it's being used at both the undergraduate and graduate
I
level
love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
So a lot
Amazing.
of flexibility.
Yeah, it is for sure. That's amazing. That's amazing.
So this has been really wonderful, and to hear that you guys have paired with Dr. Marianne Wolf, you've got some clout behind you.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah.
We're excited
Of
about
course,
that
you
as
guys
well.
are wonderful too.
Well, did you
Yes,
just come in from a presentation?
I did.
What was it?
I was in a presentation about developmental language disorder
Oh,
and a
wow.
screener that's been developed by some folks. So, yeah, and they're in the
Wow.
process of looking at it and using it and still collecting data on it. So,
Oh,
anyway, I
man.
ran from that to this.
That's
Well,
kind
we
of a
know
hot
we
topic
appreciate
lately.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And
So,
I know I've heard about it for many, many years,
mhm,
but I feel like it's kind of coming up with dyslexia a little bit more.
it is. And I will tell you that about 50% of the population of students identified with dyslexia also have developmental language disorder.
That's new
So,
learning to me.
Okay.
I hadn't heard that before
Yeah.
until just recently.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So do you think that's been the case all along, or is this something that's kind of newly identified?
Well, I'm going to say newly identified only because were you all here the other day? I don't know if you heard the new definition for
Yes.
dyslexia.
She was in
There's
that.
a greater emphasis on language, and
Yeah.
it's not that the core phonological deficit that back in the olden days when I was going through my graduate program learned about, but we know that there are other issues
Other
that are
influences.
tied to
Yeah.
language comprehension.
Yeah. No, I
So-
think I kind of liked the new definition. I liked how it pulled in because I'll be honest, I'm showing my age a little bit. I know of a lot of people that would assess a dyslexic student, and if their phonological awareness was in place, I go, oh, okay, well, they're not
That's it.
dyslexic.
Right.
Right? Well, that's the one that's most sensitive to remediation. That's why tier 2 looks so successful
Absolutely.
for a lot of those
Right,
kiddos.
right.
So it's my soapbox, sorry.
There you go.
So do you think developmental language disorder is kind of one of the environmental or contributing factor in this?
I would say it's a
New
contributing
dynamic.
factor
Mhm,
that,
mhm.
the child's language development is not where it needs to be,
Yeah.
and that they're going to struggle down the road.
Yeah.
Do
They
you
don't
think
intervene.
so? I have a student right now who I've just been starting to work with, and saying the word saying the statement, "Can you write the alphabet for me?" is just like I'm speaking another language.
Oh, interesting.
And he's in kindergarten, been through preschool a couple times. Is that something that, I mean, how would you identify or how would you evaluate for DLD? Or is that like a sign of it, or is that too basic of information?
I don't know that that's a sign of it.
Okay.
I'm learning about this, but I would say that one reason they're working on screeners is to be able to give kids tasks to see how well they're coming through with their
Yeah.
language, whether it's syntax or whether it's vocabulary. So that's about the end of my expertise with that. So.
Yeah, I like getting other people's intake and how things like that
Well,
are.
come to the Cox campus. We have a course on oral language development.
Yes, I would love to.
That is part of our structured literacy courses. You take that and then hop over and take the dyslexia courses.
Awesome. Love that. Love that. Thank you so much for joining us and for hopping over here so quickly after your session.
Well, I
Yes,
appreciate that.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Ay,
I
ay,
had to sit
ay.
here and talk all the time. I would be so tired.